We are at a historic moment in every sense of the word. We have the chance to create a new reality we have never lived and to settle the terrible debts we have with the past. We are in a peace process, a process that has the power to help us turn the page, to leave behind so many references of ourselves as a people who have defined themselves through violence, and every time nations go through a peace process, humanity as a whole takes a step forward. Not just because peace elevates us as a species, but because every peace process is a lesson that gives us keys for the next one. Just as Ireland and South Africa are teaching the world how to overcome hatred and violence, the day will come when we share our stories so others can learn. This is serious. The moment is now. It is here. The eyes of the world are watching, and given the scale of what is happening, we must believe that this is truly possible. We often feel a sense of collective doom. We believe that individually, we are capable of anything. Everyone has a project they are sure will succeed. But when we speak of us in the plural, we feel we cannot change our fate, that we will always fall short. But if you look at the facts, that is not true. This conflict is not the bloodiest, nor the longest, nor the most difficult. It is a situation full of pain, injustice, and hatred, as all armed conflicts are. And that is why we need a peace process, because peace is made between enemies. Friends form coalitions or go on outings. It is enemies who must make peace. If peace was possible in Ireland after 500 years of war, if it worked in South Africa after one of the most terrible regimes of the 20th century, if peace was possible in Rwanda after a genocide that took 1/10 of the population, why wouldn't it be possible here? People doubt peace by citing unresolved problems, but the idea is to sign agreements so we can start solving those problems. Agreements are a step, not the goal. By signing them, we can start building peace every day in the spaces we share. That peace is verified on the soccer field, at work, in schools, at home, and in the countryside. Peace is built by sharing spaces differently, but to get there, we must first stop killing each other so the conflict stops overshadowing everything else we must solve. Society, supporting the peace process, gives us the chance to ensure past mistakes are not repeated. We don't want the end of one armed conflict to be the start of another, instead of fearing that the process might fail, and letting that fear stop us from believing in it. We must support it because our commitment is exactly what makes the agreement a reality. And what does supporting the peace process mean? First, renouncing vengeance. Ideological conflicts turn into bloody conflicts, and blood causes every argument to be lost in a chain of revenge. Many nations have faced economic injustice and political intolerance that led to armed conflict, but weapons from both sides only worsened those problems and made us hate each other. Revenge is not a matter of honor, no matter how much it's celebrated in film. Revenge is a path where everyone ends up losing. And mind you, renouncing revenge goes beyond abandoning violence. It is also renouncing the hatred, intolerance, and stigma that feed and are fed by. Armed conflict, whoever renounces revenge, whoever forgives, does not do it just to live with others, but to live with themselves. Forgiveness frees us from dwelling in those places of pain that a victim visits over and over in their mind until they are trapped. Loved ones may be gone, but forgiveness frees the next generation from the burden of vengeance. Regardless of the side, we must forgive. Second, recognize that this dialogue process gathers experiences from other countries and our own past attempts. It has been a smarter process in its methodology, in its rules of the game, and more promising as both sides have shown a willingness to compromise. Meaning this time is different and we have never been so close. Third, Understand the scope of the agreements. The negotiations were not a surrender, as some claim, nor was the country handed over on a silver platter. As others say, both sides sat down to discuss something much more specific. Simply, what must happen so we stop killing each other? What must we talk about, and what must we negotiate to be willing to lay down our arms? Because disagreements will always exist, the peace process doesn't aim to solve that. But these will be verbal disagreements, not conflicts involving bullets, bombs, or landmines. The goal is to find a political solution to armed conflict, which is no small feat. But we cannot make the mistake of thinking agreements go beyond that, which is absolutely urgent. Fourth, it is vital that we do not allow the peace process to become politicized. Put simply, those supporting the peace process agree on one thing: that we must stop killing each other. Beyond that, there are all kinds of ideological currents, economic stances, and interpretations of the past. In other words, peace exists on a deeper level than everything else. This means that supporting peace has nothing to do with being on the left or the right. It is not a matter for politicians or parties. Supporting peace means supporting basic rules, that things can be discussed, that ends and means are linked, and that human life should not be compromised by our personal ideas. This is so fundamental that we cannot associate it with one government, nor can we question it every 4 years. And fifth, we must understand the points of the negotiation. It is said that people are not against the peace process, but against the rumors surrounding it. That is very true. Change always breeds fear. At this crucial moment, we risk letting these fears dictate the decision we face. That is why I invite you to watch our series, where we explain the key points of the peace agreement. So it comes down to this: we can free future generations from a cycle of violence that is not theirs. We can show the world and ourselves that we are capable of achieving truly great things. All of us here today will leave this place with a story to tell the generations of the future. What will that story be? That we wasted another chance? Or will we tell them this was the moment we decided to change our destiny? We decided to change our path.